watching KOCT Television in Oceanside.
This program is brought to you by the City of Oceanside. The following program does not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, or policies of the City of Oceanside, its elected officials, KOCT, its board of directors, or staff.
I'm CJ Demento, host of Oceanside Spectrum. Welcome to this May edition of Spectrum. First, Kevin Shin is here. He's chairman of the board for the Nowell Family Foundation, here to share about the first annual Sublime Family Jam, an addiction and mental health fundraiser. Steve Dilley, executive director, is here to talk about Vet Art, Veterans Mental Health Services and Programs. Lachey Woods, LifeSpring Program Manager, and Alberta Saavedra, Director of Youth Development, are both here from Lifeline Community Services and their mental behavioral health programs they're going to share. And the Filipino-American Cultural Organization is here with Vice President Lenny Pisco-Garcia and Executive Secretary Jonathan Inerva to talk all about the upcoming celebration that they're putting on. Oscarine Ortega, founder of Lived Experiences, and Gordon Chavez, educator on financial literacy, and Alicia Andrade will share all about their organization, Lived Experiences, and their programs. So stay tuned because Oceanside Spectrum on KOCT starts now. With the Nowell Foundation, Kevin Shin, chair, is here to share about the foundation as well as an important inaugural event, the Sublime Life Sobriety Festival. Welcome.
Hey, CJ.
Hey, great to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, you have lots to share.
I got tons to share.
Lots to share.
I think the coolest thing is a story about what's going on right now with the Nowell Family Foundation.
Please.
So, You know the band Sublime?
I do.
Okay, so lead singer was Bradley Nowell. He passed away from a heroin overdose in 1996. Okay. So with that took place, that was roughly almost 28 years ago. Yeah. He left his son Jacob, who was about 11 months old at that time. Jacob is now the age of Bradley when Bradley passed away. Wow. And Jacob is now taking over the band Sublime. Yeah. And he's jumped in with Bud and Eric, the previous or the original band members. Right. And so they're on the beginning of their tour right now, and they're right now in between both Coachella sets from last weekend and this weekend coming together. So we're in a really good spot right now. And tragically, Jacob, his son, also had to go through addiction. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of spearheaded by Bradley's father, Jim, and said, you know what, let's make sure that this tragedy doesn't continue within our family. Mm-hmm. And they created the Nowell Family Foundation, and that's to kind of help everybody in regards to addiction recovery and strengthening mental health.
Oh, wow. And what are the ways that the foundation works in those regards?
Yeah, first and foremost, their main goal was to build Bradley's house, which was like an elevated sobriety center. Okay. It's temporarily in Redlands, California. And then our goal is to begin a capital campaign to bring it here in North County.
Wow.
Yeah.
What an amazing resource.
Yeah, so it'll be a home, but it's going to be placed hopefully like in a rural setting, and we'll call that the Nowell Ranch, and then we'll have all these programmings from workforce development and just more holistic versions of treatment and care.
Wow. So you're doing an inaugural event.
Yeah.
To raise some money
of course,
for this,
right? You know me, I've done a lot here in Oceanside, so absolutely. We're going to have the first sobriety festival called A Sublime Life, because we think that all people going through recovery should still have a sublime life. Absolutely. Our main goal is to really end that stigma of those that are going through addiction. Mm-hmm. We can't make it look like you lose your sense of pride or anything like that. You really have to understand that what those that are going through sobriety are recognizing who they are. And then they're out there saying that, hey, I'm battling through this. And we just want to recognize that. Wow. We want to applaud it. And we want to show them there's this huge community. They're not doing this alone, and they're doing it with thousands. So we want a place where they're going to feel safe and celebrate this whole cause. And for all of us that are not going through addiction and whatnot, that we can still applaud them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the day of event is going to have a lot of different resources. Tell us about that.
Yeah, three main components.
Okay.
So one is we've recognized that the City of Oceanside has one of the 14 cultural districts. And so art and culture is such a key component to recovery and treatment that one part by the Civic Center will house art, live music, opportunities for people to express written word, spoken word. A place called the Oceanside Library is going to assist us as well there in that aspect. We'll have an area on Pier View Way that's going to have all the resources available for those going through recovery and the families that are also having to go through that.
Yeah.
And then up the street on Pier View Way, we'll have a component with fitness and wellness and nutrition, because now it's your body is your temple. Now you're trying to erode yourself from the toxins that you put in, and you're going to replace it with like good holistic aspects.
Yeah, holistic for
Yeah.
sure, right? And then,
Yes.
so the event is a daytime event, but then we'll proceed into an evening jam.
Yes, so that's May 11th, and then from 10 to 3, that's the Sobriety Festival. Then just walk up the street, pay for a ticket ahead of time or that day of, and you'll walk into the Oceanside Museum of Art.
Awesome.
We'll have that. That's going to be called Sublime Family Jam. It's going to be hosted by Jacob Nowell and Eric Wilson from the band. And we'll have about 5 or 6 bands, including Brad's widow, Troy, who is Jacob's mom. She'll be DJing and out there.
Wow.
So it'll be a fun event. We're going to have the museum as well. We'll have about 2 or 3 different gallery experiences. One will talk about the Family Foundation. We're going to have one that has memorabilia of Sublime. And then Mike Levin's going to have his congressional art competition. And we're going to see if we can pull anything from there and kind of showcase if any of the students there have anything about mental health issues or addiction.
Yeah, a fabulous event.
Yeah.
Yeah, full day
Yeah.
of experience.
As soon as we're done here, I'm like jammed to keep going.
You're working on it. Well, great. So May 11th.
May 11th.
All day, set aside your time for this important first time fair and festival. How can people find out more, buy tickets?
Yep, so our website is thenowellfamilyfoundation.org. And in there you'll learn more about our foundation as well as how to get the tickets.
Sublime.
Yeah, looking for volunteers still if you guys want to. Our vendors are kind of packed up, but I think there's a few more spots available. And then always looking for sponsorships. We are a nonprofit,
Of course.
so that's one part of it.
All right, looking forward to it.
Cool, thank you.
All right, thanks, Kevin. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Vet Arts Executive Director Steve Dilley is here with us. Welcome, Steve.
Thanks for having me, CJ.
Yeah, it's so good to see you.
It's good to be seen.
Yeah, you're such a busy guy. I'm excited when I get a chance to spend time with you.
Well, we have a lot of things going on, and it's a lot of fun.
You do, yeah. So tell folks about Vet Art.
Vet Art operates here in North County. We have a school, 5,000 square foot facility here in North County.
Yeah.
And we're here in Vista, and professionally appointed ceramics and glass studio. We offer classes to veterans, spouses, dependents, active duty and caregivers, and all the classes are free for all the participants.
Tell us about the classes. What type of classes do you offer?
So we have classes. We focus on deep arts engagement. And those are ceramics, pottery, hand building, glass casting. We have a class, art therapy, mosaics on Friday. And then we also have another ceramics class on Saturday. So the days that we run classes are Wednesdays from 1 to 4. Wednesday evening, glass casting from 6 to 9 with Professor Emeritus Bill Warehall. And then Friday, Jill Brennigan teaches our mosaic art therapy. And then I teach the Saturday class also, 10 to 4 on Saturdays.
And really the emphasis is on working with families and veterans, and mental health is part of that, right? How does that fit in with what you all do?
We believe that having access to an expanded vocabulary that is nonverbal in nature is a really good way for individuals to process experiences, learn about art making as a process, but also do it in community. So we like to think that creativity, community, and process working together goes a long ways to keep people from being isolated.
Yeah. So is that part of the scaling arc of wellness?
This proposal that we've been working with, and we've been working with Natasha Mouchette with the Prep Institute. She's centered here in San Diego. Social impact, business development. And the scaling the arc of wellness is really to find both private and county funding to leverage over 5 years, 30 social, cultural, and educational institutions and veteran service organizations throughout the county to engage within this veteran and active duty demographic through the arts. And we believe that through the arts, we can expand community. We can offer programming that's a barrier to isolation, and that art making in community is a way of combating the negative effects of anxiety. And the point of all this and the need of all this and why I started all this was really about how we can leverage art making as an artist working in the space, is that we're really working against the rates of suicide within our military and veteran population. Art making is just one way of approaching this kind of whole health model.
And you've been doing the work for several years in this domain, right?
We started our first class in 2009 at Grossmont College, funded by the Associated Students at Grossmont College. And so we've been in a couple of different versions of ourselves. And we currently are living in, like I said, our School of Ceramics class here in Vista and running classes there. You know, we do have every month during the summer months, we have an open house. So May 17th, we'll have another open house, which is basically a raku party with a potluck. And it runs from 6 to 10 o'clock. And it's open to the community to come in and see, because it's important for us to have classes that are really putting the veterans' needs first. But also, we also want to make sure that we can move the veteran out into the general public, into bigger circles of community support.
Well, you're doing amazing work. How can people find out more about all the classes and the work that you do and to support it?
Well, we have a website, www.vetart.org, and we have our classes listed there. We have ways to donate there. We are always in look of a few good individuals to volunteer or maybe become a part of our team. We're looking for a development director. We are looking for possibly an evaluations coordinator so that we can come up with evaluations on what's happening with our participants and how that may further direct funding and expanding the program.
And inform the work that you're doing. Great. Lots of good stuff. Vetart.org.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Steve, for being here.
Thanks.
We'll be right back with our next guest. With Lifeline Community Services, we've got LifeSpring Program Manager Lachey Woods and Director of Youth Development Alberta Saavedra. Welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to have you both here to talk about Lifeline.
We're happy to be here.
Yes.
So let's start off by you telling us a little bit about Lifeline so that those that are watching really understand what we're talking about.
So Lifeline is a community service agency. We help build self-reliance among youth, individuals, and families in all of North San Diego County.
Okay, yeah. And you have a number of different programs that you do in that work. Can you tell me about the programs that you're really connected with that you want to share, like Spring?
So I'm with the Drop-In Center or the House, and there we are part of the housing and self-sufficiency. So there we help youth. They can come into our Drop-In Center and they can get food, they can get wraparound services, they can get help with jobs and finding housing, or just a place to come in and feel like they're welcome and where they can get help.
Wow, that's a great service that you provide. And you're seeing a real increase in the need for behavioral health treatment and support, right? What is that looking like? Tell us about that.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more youth dealing with mental health. And so our Viva program is a school-based mental health program where we're providing mental health services in the schools so that youth have more accessible access to the services or in school. They don't have to travel to a location. And so we're really hoping to assist them while they're at school so they have those services.
Yeah, so Lifeline has really been working to expand what they're offering in the community, right? Yeah, tell us a little bit more about that.
For me, with the Drop-In Center, we've actually had clients come in that have severe mental health issues, and that has highlighted as far as the things that they go through and being on the streets and not having housing. So imagine that you're having issues, you don't have a place to stay, you don't have food to eat, and it's hard enough on a day-to-day basis, but imagine if you're also hearing voices or you're having issues with paranoia and things like that. Coming into our Drop-In Center, we're able to help them to get connected to other services, and actually there are housing resource options for people who suffer with mental illnesses. And so in those programs, they can get connected to housing, and they would help them get connected with medication and make sure they're taking medications if they want that. So where most people would think they can't get housing, they can, and they can be self-sufficient, but we come along them and we help support them so that they're able to be self-sufficient.
And you helped 25,000 people in the last year with services similar to that?
Yes, we've assisted 25,000 youth and families over this last year in San Diego County. We have expanded, so we're not just North County anymore. We all provide services throughout the full San Diego County region, assisting youth and families with not only mental health, but we know that when a family does not have their basic needs met, that adds a lot more stress, a lot more financial burden. And so we're able to assist not only with the mental health piece, but we're also able to really help with those basic needs to help those families feel like they're getting that full wraparound support.
Yeah. And so if people want to learn more about Lifeline Community Services, because obviously you offer a broad range of programs and services and support, where would you like them to go and look for that?
They can go to our website, which is lifelinecs.org, and it has all of our information, all of our programs, ways to contact us, and that's a really good place to start.
Anything else that you want folks to know about Lifeline?
Just that we are very open to helping families of all areas in their journey, whether it's mental health, whether it's basic needs, whether it's they need help with Medi-Cal or finding out what is out there in the community. We're really able to connect them and get them those services as well.
Yeah, so you really focus in on those specific needs of the family and the student or the teen, and really focus on that. That's amazing work that you all do.
Thank you. And I want people to know that we're a loving, caring community, and we meet people where they are, and they don't have to be afraid. They know that they can come to us and they'll be welcome and they'll get the help that they need.
Wow, that's really powerful. Thank you both for all the work you do, and everyone at Lifeline Community Services.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with our next guest. Welcome back to Oceanside Spectrum. The Filipino-American Cultural Organization's Vice President, Lenny Pisco Garcia, and Executive Secretary, Jonathan Nerva, are here. Hello to you both.
Well, hello, CJ.
Welcome. You look amazing.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're here to tell us all about the 23rd annual cultural celebration coming up.
I can't believe it. Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
And it's going to be an amazing one this year.
Yeah.
Bigger and better.
Yes.
I must say. Yeah.
Bigger and better, and a lot of surprises.
Yes.
Ooh. What surprise? Well, I guess you can't tell us the surprises. But can you tell us when and where?
Of course. It will be June 8th at the Civic Center in Pacific Coast Highway, of course. And I believe this year we're going to close out some streets, right?
Yes, I believe that the plaza, the courtyard of the library, is temporarily closed. That's why we are moving the celebration in the streets. There will be a lot of streets, and it will be bigger, and we will secure that just for the Filipino-American celebration. Wonderful. And there will be a lot of vendors.
All right. So that would be June 8th from 12 noon to 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Yes.
And so can we anticipate all the usual wonderful activities?
Of course,
of the
of
event?
course. We will have, of course, our cultural dance group performing. Our youth also will be performing as well. And there will be some entertainments in it too. Yes. And we're going green, right?
Oh, yes, we're going green.
Ooh.
Yes.
Do tell.
Of course.
Well, well, if I can say this,
of course.
one of our members, Elsie, is actually our wardrobe. I would say, how do you call that? Wardrobe
Designer?
She designs, yes.
And
Yes.
out of the organic materials, she created beautiful dresses
Wonderful.
just for the fashion show.
Well, that is a good surprise.
Oh, yes, it is.
So in support of Oceanside going green, I believe July 1st, right?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It
So we're
is.
supporting
It'll be
that by doing some fashion shows from recycled materials.
The first time that this happens in our association, and when the idea came in, we were like, whoa, that is one of the best suggestions, best concept, and we went for it.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, the Filipino-American Cultural Organization is an incredible group.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You have an amazing festival.
Yes.
And you also do a lot of other things throughout the
yes.
year.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, we do have our, of course, our Tagalog class. Okay, and that happens every Saturday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the community library off of Mission by the Oceanside Police Department. And we also have our scholarships.
Yes, our scholarship is actually annually, and this scholarship is mainly targeting those who are seniors and about to go to college. Now, the mechanics of that, of course, is good grades and how they volunteer to the community, and of course to answer some essays. And my goodness, all these candidates, if I call it the candidates, are basically very, very intelligent. And of course, they have to cater to the being a Filipino American and how can they contribute to the wellness of the community.
Wonderful.
Yes. And not to mention, we also have our senior program. And of course, I handle that. And that is to serve, of course, our Filipino-American seniors in the community. Once a month, we do meal distributions, and also we do some activities to welcome them and make sure that they're into supporting them.
Feeling
supporting them,
connected
connecting, yes,
sure.
of course, of all our seniors. And we also invite speakers. We also have, I believe,
Activities?
Yes, activities. Bingo, of course.
Bingo. They love
Who
bingo.
doesn't love bingo?
Who doesn't love bingo?
And of course, with the support of Dr. Rodriguez. And he does physical therapy, with our seniors.
With the older adults.
Yes,
That's wonderful.
yes.
You all are up to a lot of great things.
Yes, we are.
Oh,
So
yes.
if people want to find out more about the organization or join it, participate in the upcoming June 8th cultural celebration, where should they go?
It's philamcultural.org.
Okay, there you go. Thank you very much for correcting me.
All right. It takes a team.
I know.
Yes,
it's
it is.
yeah.
It is. It is.
We have changed it over the years. That's why.
Well, that's great. We look forward to the festival. Thank you so much both for being here today.
Well, thank you for
CJ.
supporting us.
Thank you for supporting us,
Without
really.
you
And,
and the community, of course, and the public library,
Yep.
our organization will not be better.
the mayor's office is pretty much in support of our organization, and we've been in existence for 47 years, and a lot of mayors and of course the community leaders are supporting us, and then they have seen how the growth of our organization. Actually, what is our theme today?
What is our theme? At 47?
At 47, where family and community comes together.
Yes. The name of your festival.
Yes.
Looking forward to it.
Yes.
Great to see you
Yes.
both. We'll be there.
Well, thank you.
Thank
I
you,
just want to
CJ.
say thank you, of course, for our president, Dory Harris.
Yes.
You know, without her leadership,
Yes.
and of course the board and officers. I mean, this
It
wonderful
takes a team.
Oh,
It takes a
yes,
team.
it
It
does.
takes a
This
team.
team.
Thank you both.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Right. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We're on Oceanside Spectrum. Lived Experiences founder Oscarine Ortega, educator for financial literacy Gordon Chavez, and Alicia Andrade are here to share about their organization. Welcome, everybody.
Hey.
All right, Lived Experiences is here.
Yes, thanks for having me back.
Absolutely. It's been a few years,
Love
but
it.
yeah, share with folks about your organization, would you?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
2019, right before the pandemic, founded a nonprofit, Lived
Yeah.
Experiences. And so the idea was, how can we do better?
Yeah.
Switch it up a little bit, do different, introduce a new idea. And so past 5 years, we have, practice and exercise our mission statement, which is, we fulfill social, emotional, and physical needs through a trauma-informed lens. And through that, we met some great people, partners, volunteers, and so we're glad to be back and share more about that.
Absolutely. Well, everyone wants to hear more about it. You're working really directly grassroots with our important community. And what does that look like from a financial literacy standpoint?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to finance or money, there needs to be trust.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that he has with the community. I mean, he's homegrown. He grew up in the neighborhoods that he serves.
Yeah.
And to be able to go into a neighborhood where you know everybody, people know your parents and your cousins and your whole family, and you want to talk about something as sensitive as finance, he's got it, and he's able to share that with people in a way that's safe and comfortable, so that it will be well received, I think.
Yeah. And you've got a lot of programs that you do really on a daily basis, right?
Yeah. So we have our food distribution, diaper distribution, which that's amazing. And we have our laundry program. I don't know if folks know, but we built the first of its kind laundry trailer in San Diego County, which is super amazing. We also have our boxing class, which I actually had today, and it's amazing. Just in the community part, a couple coaches, boxing gloves, and we just try to do our best to teach kids the ones and twos, they call them. We also have our parent engagements. We do free tacos in the community, and actually, kind of just want to mention how we met, and I appreciate the kind words. It was just in the middle of the night, maybe 8 p.m., right in the neighborhood. We both grew up and lived at some point, and he was just showing, I want to say maybe teaching, coaching, showing there's a better way for financials, how to work those out with the community. And there was moms and dads, and it was just I found love. I mean, I got to meet this guy, and so ever since then, we've been partnering up, and it's such an amazing thing. We keep on doing it.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you have a wonderful student that's joined you as well. Tell us about Alicia.
So Alicia is a rock star, and so we over the years we built some great partnerships with with education institutions, and one of them is UCSD. And so Alicia comes from a program called College Corps. She's an ambassador. She's a rock star, but she'll probably tell you better than I can.
How's your experience been working with Lived Experiences, the organization?
It's been really awesome because I grew up in Oceanside, so I was able to go into the schools that I went into, like that I went to before, and just serve them and just be able to connect with community members on a deeper level than I could have previously. So it's been an awesome experience.
Wonderful. And we know that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I know that is a focus of, when you're working directly with the community, and anything you want to share about that.
So our first program was youth mentorship, and that's one of our programs we still have today. And mental health, it's the key, it's the base of our programming. And so when I talk about how do we do better, it's really how do we introduce information better to the people. Information should be free and should be available to whoever wants to learn about it, and something that we all share in this room today. And so with that being said, it's important for us to make sure that we're sensitive with the information and we approach it correctly. And so when we want to be able to trust, is that we're not hurting more than people already hurt. And so when we do that, we're culturally sensitive, we're language sensitive, and our approach is super caring and honest. And so when people want to know more, then we know how do we kind of introduce that, either a program, a service, some education, volunteer opportunities. And so when it comes down to mental health, our programming, our events are just all about that, bringing people together. And so for mental health, we honor it, we celebrate it, we partner with other folks, and for sure free tacos. For sure free tacos.
That's where he had me.
There you go. Sounds good. So if people want to find out more about Lived Experiences, I know you occasionally have fundraisers that you do. You're looking for support. Where do you want people to go?
So we have this great website, livedexperiences.org. Okay. And so check us out. We are working on our first annual 3K coming up. And so check it out. Look for sign up to our platform, our email platform, but also get involved. Send me an email. I'm super responsive. Come and join our team. Alicia's a rock star. Gordon's a rock star. So, the better we do this together, we go farther, right? So,
And you're a rock star too.
Oh, thank you. You too. Thanks.
Thanks for all the work that each one of you are doing in our community.
Appreciate you.
And thank you for watching this May 2024 edition of Oceanside Spectrum during Mental Health Awareness Month, with important events within your community highlighted. If you would like to be a guest of the show, please visit koct.org/spectrum to find out details on how your nonprofit can be a part of the show. Stay up to date with all things North County by visiting the one and only KOCT.org. Let's look out for each other. Thanks, and take good care.